Alright, hello, this is my code. Alright, so starting we import the tk-tinker. We also imported time to add a time function. So here we set the size of the window. Here's the title. Here's where I set the time stuff. Now is datetime.now. Here's where I format the time into readable text. And then here's page 1 of my quiz program. It's just the main menu. Here's a label that says start quiz, and here's a button, and then here's the command that goes to page 2. And then on page 2 is question 1, and here's where we start the time. So here's where we question, and then we destroy page 1, our parent, which is page 1. And then here's where we say what the correct answer is. Or this is turning all the values into string vars in frame 1. And then here's style, configure, and then here's where the question 1 answers are. This is also part of the radio button. And then I added a thing that said current score, so it'll update with each page as you answer. And then here's the next question that goes to page 3. And here's a quit button that I've added to exit the entire quiz. And then here goes to page 3. It's all the same. And then here's if vget equals 2, which is the previous one's answer. It adds a number. It adds +1 to the correct answer count. And then it destroys page 2. And it does the same. Here's the question 2 question. Here's the radio button. Here are the question 2 answers. And then here's the current score, next question, quiz, quit. And then page 4, it's all the same. Previous answer was 1, which was 8. And then here it's parents destroy. Question 3, what is 8 plus 8? Here are the answers. Here's the current score, next question, quit. Same thing here. Parent destroy. Correct answer count. Question 4. Current score, next question, quit. And also here are the question choices. Page 6, same thing, but the final one, the last one was 4, so that was 4. Here's question 5. Here is what is the third planet, and then here are the question 5 answers. Same thing, current score, finish quiz, which leads to page 7, and then quit. And then on page 7, we have the answers for the final one. And then here we got the total score equals the correct answer count divided by 5 times 100 to get a out of 100 score. And then here we have total score, text, a label, and then a label with the total actual score. And then here we have the formula to see how much time you spent. So it's the previous time that you got here, and then the time that it gets here minus each other, and then you get the total time spent right here. Then here's a quit, and then I added a rate this quiz survey for page 8. And then here we have rate this quiz, and then we have 10 radio buttons, each with their corresponding number, and then it destroys of course, on top, and then you submit and exit. And then here's how we test it. There we go. Start quiz. So what is 2 plus 2? 4. What is 8 plus 8? 4 plus 4? 8. See how this goes up? And then 8 plus 8 is 16, but I'm going to get this wrong so that it doesn't go up. So it's currently a 2. How many questions have I answered so far? 4. Third planet of the solar system, Earth, which is that one. So I should be getting an 80, yep. Nice. This is the current time. And this is how long I spent, 35 seconds. And then we go to rate this quiz. And let's give it a 5, 6. And then submit and exit. And then that has been my code. Thank you, and goodbye.